What's going on, guys? On this episode of On the Set, I'm checking out Venom: The Last Dance, the finale in the Venom trilogy. So, let's get into it. The film starts off with Null, the god of the symbiotes, who's been imprisoned deep on a distant planet. He sends out creatures called xenophages to locate the symbiotes who imprison them there. Meanwhile, Eddie and Venom just got teleported back to their universe after being stuck in the MCU momentarily. As he goes to leave a bar, a piece of Venom symbiote gets left behind and is quickly obtained by a general named Strickland. After that, Eddie's wanted for the murder of Patrick Mulligan, the detective from the previous movie. While he's on the run, he encounters some thugs and Venom helps dispatch them pretty quickly. Meanwhile, a secret symbiote testing lab has been established underneath the defunct Area 51 in the Nevada desert. There, Dr. Payne has been watching over Patrick Mulligan, who has just been forcefully bonded to a new symbiote called Toxin. So yeah, he's not dead after all. Payne's employer, a shady guy watching over the whole operation, dispatches General Strickland and his unit to capture Eddie and bring him back to Roswell. Then, planning on hiding out in New York, Eddie and Venom hitch a ride on an airplane, only to be found by one of the xenophages. Venom causes the xenophage to fall off the plane and get sucked into the plane's engine, leaving Eddie to fall to Earth. Now, wandering through the middle of the desert, Venom explains that Null is the creator of the symbiotes and wants revenge for them imprisoning him. He wants to end all life in the universe. Also, Venom is the only symbiote who possesses a codex, which is the only thing that can free Null. Basically, in the last movie, Carnage kills Venom momentarily, and it creates a codex inside of his body, which is more or less like a beacon to send Null to Earth. Just then, Strickland and his team find and nearly capture Eddie, but Venom saves him by falling over a waterfall. Here, he meets a traveler named Martin and his family, who are traveling to see Area 51 before it's fully decommissioned. Martin is played by the guy who played the Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man. But no, he's not the Lizard in this one. Anyway, they give Eddie a ride to Las Vegas. As all this is going on, Toxin tells Strickland, Payne, and another scientist named Sadie about Null and how the xenophages will pretty much kill everyone once they find the codex. The only way to stop them is to destroy the codex, meaning that either Eddie or Venom have to die. As long as they're bonded together, the codex is active. A while later, Eddie and Venom run into Mrs. Chen, the convenience store owner from the previous movies. Strickland ambushes Eddie and finally captures him, separating him from the symbiote. Sometime afterward, Payne's employer grants Strickland full control of the whole operation, and he tries to kill Eddie to stop Null's attack. But Venom gets freed by Sadie and rebonds with Eddie just as the xenophages show up. As they attack the base, Toxin tries to hold them off, but he and Mulligan both get killed in the process. Then, with the base under attack from even more xenophages, Venom has the other captive symbiotes released. They all bond to a different host, and this is a pretty damn cool scene. One guy becomes Phage, another one becomes anti-venom, and Sadie herself becomes Lasher. As this is all happening, Martin and his family sneak onto Area 51 to check it out, unaware of what's going on, and then they get caught in the middle of the battle. As the battle ensues, Phage and the other symbiotes get killed. Venom and Lasher hold their own for quite a bit, but eventually, Sadie unbonds with her symbiote, and Lasher gets killed as well. It finally comes down to Venom, who decides to sacrifice himself to kill the xenophages. He leads them over to an acid tank and says a final farewell to Eddie as he consumes the creatures and drowns himself in acid. Just then, Strickland sets off a grenade to finish the job, killing himself, Venom, and the xenophages. As debris starts to rain down, Martin's family makes it to safety. Sadie nearly gets hit, and Payne bonds with a symbiote to become Agony, and finally saves her. When it's all over with, Eddie gets a full pardon from the government and goes to New York, vowing to always remember Venom. In a mid-credit scene, Null warns that he's still coming. Then, afterward, we get a post-credit scene that shows the wreckage from Area 51. A broken container is shown, and a black roach crawls away, implying that the sample of symbiote taken by Strickland has survived. The end. Wow, that was pretty freaking awesome. I can't believe we saw all the other symbiotes too. But Sadie as Lasher was my favorite. And then the brief scene of Agony too. That was awesome. I thought Toxin was going to be pretty cool because they hyped him up a lot, but they barely even showed him and then he died. And for the record, Toxin's not supposed to be green. Anyway, this was a nice final entry in the trilogy. It just sucks that Venom died. Or did he? I'm willing to bet they bring Tom Hardy back for Secret Wars and have him as Venom one last time. Alright guys, well that was Venom: The Last Dance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.